Picton Tunnel, located in Picton, New South Wales, Australia, is widely regarded as one of the most haunted tunnels in the country. This footage comes from a YouTube channel called Metaboys, two Aussie blokes and their cameraman who decided to explore the tunnel at night. If you enjoy this footage, make sure to check out their channel after the video. But before we get into what happened, you need to understand the tunnel's backstory. According to local legend, a woman named Emily was struck and killed by a train inside the tunnel, and many believe her spirit still haunts the area to this day. Now, back to the footage. When the group arrived at the tunnel, they weren't taking things too seriously. They were joking around, mocking the story of Emily, and generally having a good time.
I'm walking deeper in the tunnel where it's all muddy. For flip's sake, Emily, why didn't you warn me about this, okay? You didn't tell me to bring beaters.
At one point, they began asking questions, using a paranormal investigation device that displays green and red signals in response to supposed spirit activity.
Oh, dude, imagine if I just turned that on and something was fucking there.
We're gonna stand right in front of the Emily graffiti and ask you to make a noise for us, please.
All my jewelry is off. Come up to me if that was the right decision to do.
As they were leaving the tunnel, still laughing and mocking the legend, they suddenly heard something. Take a listen.
Did you hear that? Something just screamed down there.
A scream. A loud scream that sounded like a woman. It wasn't a long scream, just a short but chilling cry echoing through the tunnel. Curious, they went back inside and continued trying to provoke whatever might be there. That's when they started hearing even more strange sounds.
Horny. See if y'all can get a spirit box app.
Crash out if something happens, eh? Nice lord. I just heard a scream over there.
Yes, sir.
Now, I don't know whether you believe in this stuff or not, and honestly, I'm not sure what to think either. But the group was also using a spirit box style app, a tool that rapidly scans radio frequencies and is believed by some paranormal investigators to allow spirits to communicate. They asked how many people were present.
Here with us. Here. How many spirits are in this tunnel? 3 people.
A faint voice seemed to respond with either 1 or 3. Even they weren't sure what it said. Moments later, they began hearing tapping noises coming from deeper inside the tunnel. Then came what may have been the most disturbing part of the entire investigation. Multiple footsteps. Take a look.
I've seen a white figure like down on the side there on the left.
On the left as well?
On the left, yeah.
That's where I saw the eyes. What the f was that?
Nah, bro, I can't.
Yeah, right? That sounded like...
At this point, they decided to take things one step further. One of them would stay alone inside the tunnel and attempt to make contact.
It's terrifying. Any spirits in this tunnel, can you please make a noise? I can hear things up there. I feel like something's getting closer to me. And all these trains moving is so much more horrifying because it makes it harder for me to track where this noise is coming from. The train conductor, I just saw a shadow. And it's not mine.
For the first time that night, you could see genuine fear on their
Are
faces.
there any spirits in here?
While alone, he claimed he heard strange noises and even saw a shadow moving in the darkness.
Something. Oh, nope.
Panicked, he grabbed the camera and ran. But the story doesn't end there. When they got home and reviewed the footage, they noticed something they hadn't seen at the time. A hand. What appears to be a hand can be seen behind them in the video. Whether it's a spirit, a trick of the light, or something else entirely, it's definitely disturbing. To understand this video, you first need to know about the Yowie. The simplest way I can explain it is that many people consider it Australia's version of Bigfoot. It's a cryptid that is believed to live deep in the Australian wilderness, and a surprising number of people believe the creature is real. In this footage, a man claims he may have captured a Yowie on camera. He was sitting in his vehicle with a standard camera recording the area, while a thermal camera transmitted footage to a display screen inside the car. The video was reportedly filmed somewhere in the Australian wilderness. Take a look.
still there.
It's extremely difficult to spot at first. In fact, if you don't pay close attention, you'll probably miss it. But if you look carefully, especially at the thermal camera footage, it appears that something is standing behind the trees. Now, what exactly that object is remains a mystery. The footage quickly went viral across Australia, sparking intense debate online. Some viewers believe it shows a Yowie hiding in the forest, while others argue it's simply a tree, a shadow, or a trick of perspective. The video became so popular that it was even featured in a full documentary examining the footage and the claims surrounding it. It was a random workday in the ocean. A group of Australian researchers was conducting research when they spotted something unusual. Take a look.
Bro, what the fuck is this?
They found what appeared to be an abandoned ship. Not a modern ship, but one that looked like it came from 200 or even 300 years ago. The disturbing part was that the ship was moving. It looked rusted, damaged, and completely destroyed by time, yet it was still drifting across the ocean. The researchers decided to follow it. According to them, the ship even changed direction before eventually disappearing into the horizon. That's really disturbing. How can a ship that old, completely abandoned and falling apart, still be moving across the ocean? This footage was released from a trail camera set up by a forest safety department. What the camera appears to have captured is something quite disturbing. Take a look. On the left side of the footage, you can see that something is standing there. It's difficult to make out exactly what it is. After people adjusted the footage using contrast and other enhancements, this is what it appeared to show. To some viewers, it looks like a humanoid creature staring directly at the camera. To this day, the figure has not been identified. However, many people believe the footage may have captured some kind of humanoid entity standing in the forest. One night, a man decided to explore a remote forest deep in the Australian wilderness completely alone. At first, everything seemed normal. There were spiders, strange insects, and the usual wildlife you'd expect to find in Australia. But as he continued walking, he ventured deeper and deeper into the forest. And then he found something disturbing, an abandoned cabin. Curious, he walked up to the structure and looked through one of the windows. Behind layers of spider webs, he could see rows and rows of bunk beds. What made the discovery even stranger was the condition of the cabin. It wasn't destroyed. It wasn't falling apart. In fact, it appeared to be completely intact. The furniture was still there. The beds were neatly lined up. Chairs and tables remained inside as if the building had been frozen in time. After seeing this, he had more questions than answers. Who stayed here? Why was it built so deep in the wilderness? And if nobody was using it anymore, why did it look like everyone had simply walked away and left everything behind? The deeper he looked, the less sense it made. Then, not far from the cabin, he discovered something else. A satellite dish. Attached to it was a sign that read, Environmental Monitoring Station. At this point, he was becoming genuinely unsettled. Nothing about the scene seemed to fit together. An abandoned cabin hidden deep in the forest, rows of bunk beds, furniture left untouched, and a monitoring station sitting nearby in the middle of nowhere. Feeling increasingly uneasy, he decided he had seen enough and left the forest as quickly as possible. Night Archives.